Hello and welcome to Every Dad DIY. I'm Gavin. Today we're going to be making this little acoustic phone stand. You put your phone in the top with the speaker pointing down and it amplifies the sound out both sides. We'll be making it from a piece of PVC pipe and just some wooden feet. These are oak, but you could make them out of any wood at all. So yeah, that's what we'll be making, so stick with me and let's get started. Okay, so for today's project you're going to need a variety of things. You're going to need a template for the feet, which is in the description. You can print that onto these sticky labels and stick them onto your wood, or you can print them onto ordinary A4 and use a glue stick to stick them on. You'll need your PVC pipe, which mine is 38mm inside and 44mm outside, and I used 160mm in length. You're going to need your piece of wood. This is a piece of oak, but you can use any kind of wood. You'll need a variety of measuring tools. You'll need a square or set square to get your cut straight. You'll also need a sliding bevel and a protractor to get your 20-degree angles for the sides, or if you have a chop saw you can just set it to 20 degrees and cut it that way. You'll need a hacksaw to cut your PVC pipe. You'll need a handsaw for cutting your timber. You're going to need a 7mm drill bit. That's the thickness of my phone, so I used it for drilling into the PVC for the slot. You're going to need your drill for that. I used a rotary tool to join the holes together for the slot for the phone. If you don't have a rotary tool, I'd suggest just doing a line of holes and then using a Stanley knife to cut all the center pieces out, and then use something like a square file then to straighten out all the edges. So you can use the files for making the slot. You'll also need some sandpaper for your timber. You'll also need your paint. I used the black for the PVC and I used the clear lacquer for the timber. You'll also need 2-pack adhesive. This is one I got from Deals. You just press it out and mix the two parts together and it sets in about 5 minutes, so it's quite good. Yeah, so that's everything you're going to need for today. Okay, so today is going to be a little bit different. I haven't quite nailed down the design yet. So the first thing you're going to see is me doing some measuring, some drawing, just working out the overall design and the overall size. I'm going to be using a piece of PVC pipe and a piece of oak, because they're the materials I have there at the moment. Yeah, so I'm just going to work out the design and then I'll break out the tools and we can get going. Okay, so what you've seen me doing so far is I cut down my piece of pipe to 160 millimeters. I've measured my phone, which was 71 millimeters. I've cut a slope and angle from the top in, and that's a 20-degree angle. You saw me doing that on the chop saw. I used a drill then to drill the outer holes just here, and then I used the little Dremel tool or rotary tool just to cut in between, and then I used a variety of files there. I used a round file, just a flat bar style file, and then a crescent shape just to go on the inside, just to get all the stuff from the inside there. So the next thing that we're going to do is just test fit the phone in here, see what kind of an angle the phone is going to be sitting at, and we'll work out the angle then of our piece of timber down here and how much we need on the back so that the phone doesn't tip over while it's in there. So you'll see me working on that next. I'll be working out the angle. A lot of this has to be done on the fly because I don't have a design to go off. It's just in my head. So that's why you see me kind of messing about with measuring up and stuff. I'm trying to figure out the best way to cut it and the best shape, and just getting the slot and all centered. So I'm going to get going now on making the feet. After that then we'll spray this. I'm thinking about spraying this maybe black, or if not black, maybe kind of a silvery colour, and then we'll just have the oak feet. It'll be just natural, just whether it's varnish or a bit of beeswax or something like that, and then I'll use a 2-pack glue just to stick the feet on, because I don't really want to put any more holes into it. Okay, so you can see where the hole saw burnt its way through. Basically, it's not the sharpest of them, but that did a fairly good hole anyway. So you can sand that out if you want, but it's going to be covered by the PVC pipe anyway. So I think I'm going to leave it as it is, and just clean up the edges with a bit of sandpaper. And then when I glue this on, it's not going to be seen anyway. So It's up to yourself. You can, if you feel better, sand it off. Sand it off. If not, it's not going to be seen. Okay, so that's another one finished. I think it turned out pretty well. The only thing I'd probably do differently is spend a bit more time on the paint job. I got a couple of runs in it, but that's just applying it too thick, so do nice light coats and you should be fine. It actually does a fairly good job of amplifying the sound. It kind of makes it into a stereo sound. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on social media for all the latest news on the channel and all my new projects.